Well, hello there. Lovely warm welcome to everyone watching this video. I'm sure a few watch enthusiasts will also come through the algorithm to this video. Well, this is the first video back on the channel in a while. And I've just come back from London, finished up my master's degree last week. And this watch came at the pretty much the same time. And I thought I'd unbox it on the channel with everyone. I haven't opened it yet, I haven't looked at it. And I ordered this ages ago, last year, I'd say. And this is the REC 98/T, or is it the 98T/4? Or yeah, I'm not sure. Look, this isn't a watch expert channel, so like some of the information in this video is going to be total shit. I've pretty much, I'm a bit of a racing enthusiast as well. Obviously, I'm not old enough to have watched Ayrton Senna when he was still alive. I've only been watching Formula One since about 2004. But obviously, I've looked at the past seasons and the greats of the sport, and this is pretty much an REC watch that uses real parts of Senna's car from the 1986 season. It's chassis number 4, which was used after a test shunt. The third chassis was damaged, and then he used this car from the British Grand Prix onwards and still featured in 8 races with it and qualified on pole, I think, 4 times with this chassis. And they've used the aluminium plenum tubes from the real car to integrate into the watch. I think the tachymeter ring is forged from the actual aluminium plenum tubes. And I'm sure some people will say, oh, well, this is the 1986 season. He didn't win a championship from that year. Well, listen, like if this was a car that won the championship for Senna, then we wouldn't get these kind of watches. Like, those cars would not be taken apart to, use original parts in a watch project. This is limited to 989 pieces, I think, and we're lucky that this is a privately owned car from the 1986 season, and the owner was happy enough to work together with Lotus and REC to build this watch. But we're gonna unbox this together, and we'll see. This is my first reaction to the watch as well. So yeah, let's see how this is presented. All right. So first of all, thank you. May your new timepiece be a trusted companion on your wrist for years to come. And some stickers included. You support an independent, REC is a Danish watch brand. Right, there's a case inside, so let's look at that. So yeah, we have a bit of an interesting case here, and like I said, this watch is based on the 1986 Lotus. That's pretty much one of the last eras of like unregulated Formula One cars. Absolute qualifying monster. I think it had 8 poles out of 16 races in that season. Only 2 wins for Senna, because unfortunately the car was, well, you know what Lotus stands for, right? Lots of trouble, usually serious. It was pretty unreliable, and he only managed to get 2 wins out of 8 pole starts, pretty much. And the car broke. I think he DNF'd 6 or 7 times in the 1986 season, and like most of those times he was on a podium course at the time of retiring. So he finished 4th in the championship behind Piquet, Mansell, and Alain Prost. But he still had a pretty decent season. I think like 55 points. And honestly, Alain Prost only DNF'd 3 times, and Mansell and Piquet. The Williams was the best car that season, and they DNF'd I think 4 or 5 times. So pretty much the person that DNF'd the least won the championship in 1986, which was Alain Prost. So it wasn't a great season for for Senna personally, of course, but I mean the car in 1986 was still, I mean in quali spec they had, when they really uncorked the engine, they had over 1,000 horsepower and it was still a really great race car. It was just, you know, unreliable as piss. So well, let's look at this. Thank you. As an emerging independent brand, our love for horology and history inspires us to craft truly unique timepieces. Okay. Satisfaction, gratitude from the owners, very interesting. What is this? Okay, this is sort of, can I? Yep, I can. Okay, oh, there it is. Look, see, I don't need to waffle that much. We have an information booklet. There you have it. That's the Lotus of the year, 1986. Yep. Colin Chapman in 1982, sudden death, not great. Manual gearboxes, yeah, they were turbocharged. Yeah, turbo lag posed a significant. I mean, those things were ridiculous. I mean, come on, turbo lag, please. It's just, I mean, it's fair enough, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You can't compare it to modern Formula One nowadays. Like, driving these kind of cars back in the day was genuinely crazy. So. But yeah, we've got a nice little information booklet here. Yep. I mean, that's nice, but we'll go on to the watch though. Like I said, this isn't a real watch review channel, so like I don't really know everything. I think obviously it's a chronograph. It's I think 40 millimeter case, about maybe 39 point something, 45.8 millimeter lug to lug or something like that, 30 millimeters thick, has 100 millimeters of water resistance, and oh yeah, there we go. Let's have a look. And that's what it looks like. One thing I must say right now when looking at the presentation is the crystal is not cleaned. That's a bit annoying, but right, okay, I am a bit of a moron. What I've just noticed is that there's a protective coating on it, and that's probably why the bezel looks the way, and the, you know, the crystal looks the way it does. Okay, now it's clean. That's good, the presentation, that's important. I was a tad disappointed almost, where I was going to say, like, come on. We have number 233 out of 998. No, not 90, 89, yes, and this is the case back. There's a automatic rotary in it. It's a leather strap. As you can see, closable like this, so no big faffing about in terms of, you know, getting the watch, you know, adjusted. I'll put it on in a second. We'll look at it. So my wrists are a bit slimmer. I'm a long distance runner, so no surprises, and I've not been to the gym recently that much. But as you can see, it's not that much of a faff about to adjust the strap properly. So I'll adjust it to something that fits, and then I'll wear it on my wrist. Okay, so I've put it on my wrist, and I'd say, I mean, it's a pretty classy design. It's nice. I've moved the minute hand a bit to, you know, just it's not the proper time that we are currently at, but I just wanted to get that to a better profile. And I mean, the chronograph works like any chronograph, so you just, you know, you press stop it and reset it. So that's pretty bog standard in terms of that. I will still have to familiarize myself with the crown a bit, because I don't entirely understand the mechanism yet. You can unscrew this pretty easily. As you look at this, you can unscrew it pretty easily, and then putting it back requires a bit of force to get it back screwed back on. And but you can pull it out and adjust stuff. I just need to familiarize myself with it a bit, and yeah, you know, always do your research on the watches you actually end up purchasing, so that you don't destroy the mechanism or anything like that. And in terms of the leather strap, I mean, it fits pretty nice and snugly. You can adjust it in any way you pretty much like, and I'd say this watch will fit any slim or thick wrist, no matter who is going to wear this at the end of the day. It's the leather strap mechanism works simple enough. I had to do a bit of stuff to do this, and yeah, I think the current list price for this is I don't know, 3,500 euros maybe. I'm not too sure. I pre-ordered this ages ago, so I think I barely paid 2,006 or 700 euros for it. I don't remember entirely. It's been almost a year since I've ordered this, because as you can tell, number 233 from 989 is yeah, it's not really one of the later ones that is being shipped out in production. And I think, I'm not sure if there's orders left for this one. But yeah, in terms of, I mean, this is pretty simple, you know, just getting that reattached. Again, I don't know how easy it is to see. Like, my camera setup isn't great either for this. Like, I'm not in my own home right now. I'm with my family, and yeah, well. Anyways, I mean, I think it's a. The thing with REC watches is the reason it caught my attention was I think over some other watch YouTube channel, and what I've noticed is that once they're out of stock in terms of the limited series they do, they always tend to go up in price. So I thought it's a nice investment in a way, but at the same time, I'm a motorsport and Formula One enthusiast, and to have a watch that, first of all, I think this is a very nice black and gold and silver bezel chronograph. But to have something where you're like, there's a real piece of history in there. You know, the aluminium plenum tubes that were in the car were part of the intake system. So like, this is what powered the engine, and now it doesn't power this watch, but it's part of it. And it's a really nice piece of racing history, and I think it's a really nice thing that the owner of the chassis and REC worked together on this to make this watch. So yeah, I don't really have that much more to say about this watch. I'm pretty sure I'll have a lot of enjoyment out of wearing it, and yeah, it's a nice addition to my collection, and this is probably going to be one of the very few videos that I'm going to do on this channel about watches. So yeah. Don't subscribe to this channel if you expect to see like a million more videos regarding watches. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching.